Welcome back to Make It or Break It, the series where we take games old and new, put them under a microscope and decide whether they are digital brilliance or just cleverly disguised stress simulators.
I can see that got your attention.
Today's subject, SimCity 4, released in 2003, back when PC gaming came in big cardboard boxes and your graphics cards had less power than a modern smart fridge. This city builder was, and still is, considered the gold standard. It's a game that taught us how to manage urban growth, balance a budget, and develop deep resentment towards imaginary people who think a 10-minute commute is the end of the world. It always starts so pure. An untouched map, a generous starting budget, and your name proudly stamped as mayor. You've got the power to decide everything: where people live, where they work, how they travel. You zone residential, commercial, and industrial areas with all the confidence of a god who reads exactly one urban planning blog. You connect it all with a neat road network, fire up the power plant, and watch your first citizens roll in. Life is good, until you realize your power lines didn't actually connect to half of the city. The budget is already dripping into the red, and your industrial area looks like it's personally trying to kill your residents via aerochemical warfare. For the first few months, they are happy, sure. They move in, they shop, they pay taxes. Then the demand starts. Pollution is too high. Commuting is too long. We want better schools. We want cheaper taxes. It's like running a democracy where the only political party is ungrateful. And the kicker? If you try to make anyone happy, you'll quickly discover that every solution creates just a new problem. Building a nice highway to reduce traffic? Now they're complaining about the noise pollution. Adding a new power plant to keep the lights on? Suddenly it's all going to die from smog. And you can't just tell them to move somewhere else, because in SimCity 4, every unhappy citizen drags you down your approval rating, your economy, and eventually your will to keep on playing and living. Every city reaches a breaking point, and for some mayors it's the endless traffic jams. For others, it's watching your population plummeting after raising taxes by just 1%. For me, it's when the 37th complaint about enough parks hit my inbox while I am about $500,000 in debt. And that's where the fun begins. SimCity 4 has delicious little menus of disasters. Meteors, earthquakes, tornadoes, and even alien attacks. All just one tiny click away. Oh, you don't like the air quality? Let me solve that by dropping Godzilla into your downtown core. Problem solved. Nobody left to complain. It's urban planning, but with a healthy dose of "you push me a tiny bit too far." Now, let's talk about numbers. You start with a budget that feels comfortable. You start building roads, schools, hospitals, and the cost seems manageable. And then you check your monthly income and that number, it's negative. But no problem, you think. You just raise taxes slightly. Wrong! Raises taxes and half your population backs up and just leaves, along with the money they were trying to give you. Lower taxes and your city goes bankrupt even faster. Loans? Sure, but you'll never pay them back without selling your public services to the highest bidder. It's a slow financial death spiral, and by the time you notice, it's already too late. Truth is, SimCity 4 doesn't care about your optimism. It only cares about whether you can survive the slow bleed of municipal expenses while keeping your people just happy enough not to abandon ship. So, does SimCity 4 make it or break it? In my book, it makes it. It's unforgiving, it's complex, and will be absolutely humble you within the first hour. But that's exactly what makes it great. It's a city builder that respects your intelligence while also quietly plotting your downfall. You'll learn about traffic management, public service balance, and the cruel reality that even in a perfect simulation, you can't make everyone happy. It's not just a game, it's a mirror that reflects your inner mayor and sometimes your inner tyrant. And that was SimCity 4, a game where you start out as a visionary leader and then end up as a caffeine-fueled accountant with a god complex. It's frustrating, it's brilliant, and it'll absolutely teach you things you never wanted to know about municipal finance, like how fast a budget can disappear when you give everyone free healthcare and a bus pass. If you played this game, you know exactly what I mean. If you haven't, well, be prepared to lose hours of your life, most of your sanity, and maybe just a little bit of your faith in humanity. Thanks for watching, and remember, whether your city thrives or burns, it's always your fault, and that's exactly the fun of it.